Just as no one can be forced to believe, similarly, no one can be forced to atheism. The great question that has never been answered, and that I have not been able to answer in spite of my 30 years of research on women, is, what does a woman want? Most people don't really want freedom, because with freedom comes responsibility, and most people are afraid of responsibility. Man is powerful as long as he represents a powerful plan, and becomes weak when he opposes it. Man is more moral than he thinks, and he is so immoral that he cannot even imagine it. Coming out of your weaknesses will bring strength. A civilization which has a large number of dissatisfied and angry people cannot last long. One day, the struggle of years will hit you in a beautiful way. The unconscious of one person can react to it without passing through the conscious of another. Great judgment in the field of thought and important discoveries and solutions to problems is possible only for a person who works in solitude. Love, in the form of longing and deprivation, lowers self-esteem. It is a tendency of human nature to accept an unpleasant idea as untrue, and then it is easy to find arguments against it. The tendency to love an object demands mastery in order to obtain it, and if a person feels they cannot control the object or feel threatened by it, they tend to act negatively toward it. No, our science is not an illusion, but an illusion would be to believe that what science cannot give us, we can get elsewhere. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Out of your weaknesses will come your strength. One day, looking back, the years of struggle will impress you as the most beautiful days. The goal of every life is death. The mind is like an iceberg. It floats with 1/7 of its surface above the water. It is impossible to avoid the impression that people usually use false standards of measurement, that they seek power, success, and wealth for themselves, and admire them in others, and that they underestimate the real value in life. Let's figure it out. A religion, even if it calls itself a religion of love, must be harsh and unloving to those who do not belong to it. Dream is the liberation of the soul from the pressure of external nature. I only know one thing for sure, and that is, that man's judgments of value follow directly from his desires of happiness. Accordingly, they are an attempt to support his delusions with arguments. If you can't, then believe. Words and magic were in the beginning one and the same thing, and even today, words retain much of their magical power. Dream is the liberation of the soul from the pressure of external nature, the separation of the soul from the fetters of matter. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Being completely honest with yourself is a good exercise. Humans are funny. They want to be with the person they love, but refuse to admit it openly. Some are afraid to show even the slightest sign of affection out of fear, afraid that their feelings may not be recognized. But one thing that amazes me most about humans is their conscious effort to connect with the object of their affection, even if it means slowly pushing them inside. Kill it. He who knows how to wait does not need any concession. The more the fruits of knowledge become accessible to humans, the more widespread is the decline of religious faith. My love is something valuable to me, which I should not throw away thoughtlessly. Love and work are the cornerstone of our humanity. We are what we are because we are what we were, and what is needed to solve the problems of human life and purpose is not moral speculation but more wisdom. The more perfect a person is on the outside, the more demons there are inside. The challenge of leadership is to be strong, but not rigid. Be kind, but not weak. Be bold, but not a bully. Be thoughtful, but not lazy. Be polite, but not timid. Be proud, but not arrogant. There is humor, but without stupidity. When one does not have what he wants, he needs what he has. Latent feelings will never die. They are buried alive, and will come out in an ugly way later. A woman should be soft, but a man should not be weak. Wherever I go, there has been a poet before me. In the depths of my heart, I cannot help being convinced that my dear companions, with a few exceptions, are worthless. One who loves becomes humble. People who love to say, have pledged a part of their narcissism. Religion is a system of wishful illusions, accompanied by a rejection of reality, such as we find nowhere else, but in a state of blissful hallucination. The 11th commandment of Dharma is, "Thou shalt not ask questions."